Welcome to the Respect
Respect. Welcome to Respect You've Got everyone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Bro, why are you always dressed like it's winter and I'm dressed like it's summertime?
I know, when we live in like the complete opposite. I live down here in freaking hot Florida where it's like 80 something degrees outside. And you live up north. Now I gotta be authentic, man. Listen, when I watch this, I gotta, I'm trying to do the authentic to what like I was wearing when I watched it. And when I watched these episodes, I was wearing basically pajamas. So I got my robe and I'm classy.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Suck by the end of
Oh wow, look at you. Welcome to Respecters Cut.
Welcome to Respecters Cut. Yeah.
I'm Johnny.
And I'm Chris.
We not only watch movies,
but we respect them.
We respect them. Yeah, respect them.
Yeah.
Yes.
It don't work the same.
It's okay. There's still a lot of aura coming off of you just naturally. With the
natural aura. With the robe.
So today we're talking about Alien Isolation, episode 3. We actually
That's right. We are talking about Alien Isolation. I'll go.
Did I say it again? Oh my god! I can't believe that happened.
We're actually talking about episode 3 of Alien Earth, the new show on Hulu.
Yes, the new show on Hulu, not the game streamed by famous streamer Voidboy.
Yes,
for sure.
Not Alien Isolation, released in 2014 by Creative Assembly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Alien Earth. Alien Earth. Alien Earth. Say it with me, chat. Okay.
Isolation.
No, don't put that in my ear. I will say it later. But anyway, welcome. If you're new here, we like to talk about movies and shows. This is the first show we're talking about. Alien Earth. Episode
not the
3.
first time we're talking about it. In fact, this is going to be a quick spoiler-free section, but I do want to bring up last episode where we talked about the first 2 episodes. You weren't jiving with the show.
Yeah, spoiler-free section.
Yes.
I hate it.
Okay. Very.
Okay, Chris, your thoughts?
I don't hate it.
All right, cool. Now we're going to move on to the spoiler section. I was not jiving with it.
I've seen from your message, you're back on board after having seen this one.
I am back on board. So this is a redemption story here with me and this show. So yeah, we're gonna get into that. But first off, yeah, like Chris said, spoiler-free section and our thoughts. I'm back on board. Quick recap of our last review of this. We did 1 and 2 together because that's how they released.
Yeah.
And I started off kind of strong with 1, and then by episode 2, I was out. I gave it a 5. So my score has changed drastically since. And I'm very glad. And Chris, I have to say, you're right. You're right. And we're all happy for it. So
I know. I'm just that good.
You are.
I had the forethought. When we talked about the first 2 before, I had I liked it more than you. I was more on board, and I was more excited to see where it went. Just for me, with episode 3, it's continuing to go in an interesting direction. Questions I had watching this episode, questions that have I hope to see answered, but overall, a lot of the things that I was liking about the show I still enjoy. I'm still liking. And the few things that I have problems with, some have been rectified, some have not, and actually been made worse as I've discovered new information.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get into that. The show took a more serious turn than I was looking for, and I'm buying into the characters now, and I'm really interested with, like you said, how they're facing these new enemies, these new weird things, and there's new variables. The show's actually like picking up.
Yeah.
And I really just had to give it time. And I'm very curious, and there's some characters that are getting into some very interesting spaces that I'm going to be excited to talk about. These kids, these characters, and some scary no-nos that might be happening. And things that are building. So I'm in for it. Let's do ratings, and we'll get into spoilers.
All right, I'll go first with my rating. I don't remember what I rated the first 2 episodes, but I know I gave them generally good ratings, but nothing like too high. With episode 3, starting to pick up a little bit more. I feel like episode 3 is really kind of showing you where the show's going.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give episode 3. Kind of debating here. I'm thinking an 8. 8. An 8. I was thinking 8.5, but I'm gonna stick with an 8.
Okay. All right. That's a solid score. I think you gave last episode a 7.5 maybe. I am gonna give this. I want to say 7. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm just gonna give it a 7. Things went from 5 to 7. Things are in a good direction. So for episode 3 for me.
That is definitely a substantial improvement, going from mid to pretty good.
I did call it mid. To hey, this is something I'd watch. So
one thing I'd like to ask actually real quick before we go into spoilers, having seen where the show is going now, obviously you're not going to change your ratings for the first 2 episodes, but has it sort of made you appreciate like the setup more?
Yeah, I just got nervous. I was like seeing certain things, and it just reminded me of other things I'm seeing in modern cinema that I'm not a fan of. And I was like, oh no, are we going down this path? And there's a little bit of it in the first episode, in the very beginning. I was, again, where I was coming from to the first episode, or episode 3, the first parts, I was like, okay, like in the last episode, we don't know what happened to the brother. Like, the brother got taken. Like, is the brother dead? Where are we going from here? And so seeing how that information played out, I was buckled up. I was like, I was judging a little bit. I was like, you need to display to me, Jester. You need to perform for me. And so it did, with a little bit of problems. So,
well,
okay, cool.
To go in? Are we ready to get deep?
Let's do it.
All right. Deep. Now this is your warning. If you have not seen episode 3 of Alien Earth.
Was that on purpose?
It was on purpose. I actually remember what we're talking about. If you haven't seen episode 3 of Alien Earth, released on Hulu, get out of here. Or if you don't care about spoilers, then keep watching. But you might be confused because we're not doing recaps. We're just
no recaps.
No recaps here.
No recaps.
Only respect.
Respect. yes. No recaps. Only respect.
All right.
Okay, so let's jump in episode 3. Do you want to start anywhere?
I would like to start with the biggest thing in this episode. They take all the aliens back to the freaking facility. They take them all.
They take them all.
And
I'm happy. I am a man of chaos.
I'm a man of chaos. We can only imagine how this is going to go with them just being like, yeah, let's take these. These are ours now.
Yes.
They take they get the xenomorph because it's dead.
Yes.
Decapitated.
Yes. Now a little bit of a girl boss thing from her, but hey, she's superhuman, and
hey, she didn't come out of it unscathed. She basically died.
That's true.
Died. They had to like reboot her and stuff.
Yes. There was plot armor. It was punctured. So I'm at least glad to see that. Like, so we open up, we find out the brother's not dead, and he's also not impregnated. He's just kind of caught. So I'm like,
it like put like the like goop on him that they usually do, which I wonder why. Yes. Why did the alien do that? There's no face huggers down there for him to get impregnated. So why did it do that?
That was like big questions in my mind. I'm like, okay. Like, again, this to me was like the plot armor stuff. Like, okay, he's not dead. He's not impregnated. Is this alien just like toying with its food? She comes in to like help him, and it comes up to the trailer that he's in, and it just looks in, which is a cool scene. But I'm also like, all right,
why are you doing that?
What are we doing? Like, I'm wondering. I'm like, is this like a young alien? Is it like, does it not know? Is it testing? Is it trying to see like who these people are? But if we recall, the aristocrats did not have such a warm welcome. So I'm really just like, why isn't this alien just killing people?
Not even just that. It being a young alien don't matter at all, because in Alien 1 and in Alien 3, those aliens had just came out, and they were on demon hour. They were ready to kill. So
that's true. That's true. Which I last night I rewatched Alien 1. I'm actually going to rewatch all of them to refresh my memory. And
I would love to watch Aliens with you, because that's my favorite one in the series.
And crazily, that's the second one, right?
That is the second one.
We were talking about it in the last episode. I actually have not seen Aliens, so I was not connecting on references you were making. It's because I haven't seen it. So I've seen the original and Resurrections.
I don't know if you want to record it. I want to watch it with you.
I'm down. Okay, I'm down. We could do a reaction to that, because I am very excited to watch it. I know it's like a highly regarded film.
It's up there. It is not even in the franchise, just films in general. Aliens is great. The first one's also great. The first two.
We get they eventually do exit the trailer.
Yes.
Well, the alien knocks the trailer over, and then they eventually exit.
Alien strong.
Again, I'm like, it's just toying with its food. Like, okay, like no one's gonna die, and then he gets out. And then he gets climbed on again by the alien. The alien gets all up on close to him, and I'm starting to think this alien just has a crush on him.
To be fair, the alien did also like just stab him in the lung with its tail.
Which I was glad to see. I was like, dude, this is what the alien would do. Now is he going to die? And then we learn later, no, he just needs a new lung, and he may, the tech, the science we have saves him. Yeah. So I'm at least glad to see people getting hurt. Yeah. But I was like, okay, this alien just likes him, because it didn't kill him and it didn't impregnate him.
I mean, maybe it does. I mean,
we won't know now.
I mean, with some of the weirdness that happens later in this episode, with Wendy hearing like the noise and having a connection to the alien, maybe the alien does like him. Maybe there's like some weird thing there. Maybe maybe there's something going on here. Like,
there could be some like pheromones and things.
But I will say the part that I alluded to in the spoiler-free section of me having actually disliking it more now that I've learned more about it is in regards to the alien, and it is not in regards to how it acts, because it's acting very similar. It's in regards to how it looks. I have once again complaining that it doesn't look right, and I'm complaining even more now because I didn't notice this in the first two episodes. I didn't even notice it in this episode. I mean, I noticed it because I was looking for it this time. I saw online that they changed how its chest looks to make it look more like a cockroach. And one, I hate cockroaches. And two, they did it because apparently having a rib cage makes it look too human. But I'm sorry, you can suck my whole nut with that, because the freaking alien, it comes out of a human.
Yes, it literally bursts through the rib cage of a human.
I'm sorry, the alien from the first Alien movie looked plenty alien enough, and it had a rib cage. So you better give me a good reason for why it looks different, other than just you thought you could do a better design than H.R. Giger, because you can't. You can't. It's not true. It's not true.
This ain't no roach.
Hashtag not my xenomorph.
Hashtag not my xenomorph, not my roach.
Not my roach.
I want no roachy alien.
Not my blood.
I mean, Dude, I left that whole part in that last episode too. I was thinking he's punctured. All right, it's sepsis, right? Like if you get shot in the stomach, you're very likely possibly going to die of sepsis, which is where bacteria enters the bloodstream. This dude got punctured by an alien tail. They should both be dead, but all right, let's give it. The story needs to exist. Okay,
advanced technology, John. Very advanced.
Yeah. The story must go on, so I'm back in the story, so I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Something I really did like is actually, hey, look, positive. Here we go. First positive. The comedy with the kids is like getting better. Like, I forget their names. The black dude and like the Indian kid.
They're all like named after characters from.
I know, which is why I can't remember their names. It's like Nips and like
Nibs is the redhead girl.
Yes.
I'm gonna be genuine. I am in the same boat as you. I keep forgetting their names.
I know. There's Curly, Smee, Slightly, Wendy.
Slightly is the Indian guy, yeah.
Toodles,
so.
Nibs, Slightly. Yes, is the kid hearing stuff.
Yeah,
that we'll get into the comedy between like Slightly and what's the other kid he's friends with, who's with him, Smee.
Okay.
Like, I'm liking it more. In the beginning, it just felt kind of awkward. Like the actors were trying to fit into their role of like playing kids.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like a better.
It's feeling more natural.
It's feeling more natural, and it's a better source of levity than the first few episodes to me.
Yeah.
Because the show, again, it's getting more balanced. It's like, oh, we're getting more serious and more interesting, and then we still have the levity. So, like when they're hanging out, and then Morrow shows up on the scene. Again, my boy Morrow, favorite character in this film, in this show so far.
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting scene. I was actually thinking in my head back to when I had brought up like, oh, I like seeing these innocent characters being put in like tense situations, and the whole scene where it's Slightly Smee and Morrow, and they're all talking to each other. I was like, oh, this is what I'm talking about. Morrow is like this grizzled like guy who
who's been around quite a while.
He has been around quite a while. He's in hypersleep apparently, and he's just interacting with these kids in like synthetic bodies, and it's just really neat watching them be like, we're not kids.
Yes. Yeah. I'm telling you, this whole scene, after everything that played out with Wendy and Joe, I was like, okay, all right, like let's see where that goes, because that's interesting. Like at least they got hurt. This scene really is what pulled me back into the show, because like you're saying, these situations are so interesting because there's so many variables. They are kids, but they're also like AI robots with I don't know if AI is actually a part of them. Well, I guess they technically are AI with the imprint of the kids' minds on them.
I think they are the kids, but they're like like because they were in the first episode, I believe they were talking about how they can
like the emotions.
Yeah, they can like adjust how much emotion they feel. Yeah. So it's basically like if you took a person and then added sliders to where you could like modify them.
Yeah. And so like we're talking about this great scene here, like you mentioned, how these kids interact with stressful situations. And we get to see Morrow, this, like you said, like weathered, experienced cyborg, figure out that these people are not humans, but that they're also somehow kids. And so they're a mystery to him. He's like intrigued, like what are these synths like? And then he ends with that really cool quote of when is a machine not a machine.
Yeah, when is a machine not a machine.
Yes. And then he stuck that I guess thing on Slightly so he could talk to him. Yeah. But so cool seeing them, like great acting all around. Morrow, this like manipulative, like, oh, I don't need to like I'm actually scaring them. Okay, maybe they are kids. I can put the gun away. Let me talk to them. And they're like shuffling. They're like trying to show. He's like, let's go. Let's get out of here. They're doing a great job. Everyone, really great job. I love the scene a ton. Is Morrow part human? I'm very curious. Is Morrow part human? Because the eggs only open up when there's someone that they can impregnate near them. And when he was backing up, the egg started to open up when he was standing next to it.
That would be a very interesting question if we didn't already know that he's a cyborg. So yes, he is.
So he's half human, half. Okay. Yeah. I didn't know if he was. I don't know if a cyborg meant he's just a machine with like a human skin on him.
No, he's human. He's just got robot bits in him.
Oh, okay, all right, dude. This whole show, I'm thinking cyborgs are just fully built robots with human body appearance. So
no, that would be the synthetics.
Okay, all right. Because I'm sitting here like oh he must be part human.
Meanwhile, everybody else who is like watching the show is like, oh, they already knew. I already knew.
So that's funny because everyone else is watching, tensing up for a different reason.
Yeah,
because he might die.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, he's human.
I was sitting there thinking that the thing would jump on him and then be like, how does an alien develop from a cyborg? Like, is there any change there? Which, I don't know. Probably not.
I believe that's where Mechagodzilla came from.
That is true. Yeah, Mechagodzilla.
Shout out actually wearing a Godzilla shirt.
I brought it up earlier. I'm very interested what's going on with Wendy hearing like the noises of the alien. Like what's up with that?
Is that how episode 3 ends with her? I'm trying to remember how that episode ends.
I think episode 3 is the one that ends with her waking up from her like coma from fighting the alien, and then she hears the noise and it's like painfully loud, and she goes to it, and it's Kirsch doing an operation on a facehugger, like holding it down and everything, and that was like, wow, Kirsch, those things are actually kind of strong, man. You've been hitting the gym. Well, he's a synthetic stuff.
Man.
And then he like pulls out this little thing, and I'm like, the heck is that? What is that? I've never seen that in an alien thing before, and it's making a noise. I was like, is there some sort of parasite in the facehugger that's like in it? And I mean, spoiler alert, we've already seen episode 4, so I know what it is, but I don't want to talk about it now.
Yeah.
But I will say, when watching the episode, I was like, what the heck is that?
Yeah, my first thought when I saw that was like, oh, like that's where it carries like alien embryos or whatever. The facehugger carries them like in a sack, and that's how it like puts them into the people's stomach, I guess.
I didn't think that. I don't know why. I saw it and it looked like nothing I'd seen before in Alien. So I was like, that's got to be some parasite or something. And then they like put it in the tank with Joe's lung, and it just goes in there.
Yeah. That is interesting you say that, because it did remind me of in the Matrix, where they have those little like centipedes or whatever crawls into his stomach. Yeah, it's a machine, but it develops that like insect outer coating. So it kind of reminded me of that. So I could see that now that you say that. That's where your mind might have went. Like, what is this? And not saying that you're saying it was a machine, but like, is it a parasite or what is happening? Because that actually would have been crazy if we got a sick fake face hugger that was infected by something else. Like that would be a whole other branching idea.
There's something else.
So she has Bluetooth connection. I was like, that was my question. my last comment was like, so she has a Bluetooth connection to the aliens? I was like, what's happening here?
I know.
Yeah, that was interesting. So, but Kirsch, I guess he's a cyborg as well, so he's also in grave danger.
No, he's not. He's a full-on synthetic.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if Kirsch was a cyborg too.
No.
Okay. Because that would have changed things dramatically, because Boy Cavalier told him to stay in there. So I thought he was synthetic, but now that we were talking, I couldn't recall if he was synthetic or cyborg. Yeah.
Well, he prefers the term artificial human.
Yes, that's right. I have learned nothing from our previous episode covering this show. There was a little bit of a long interlude of the characters when they were bringing all the pieces back. It just felt like really long. We're looking at like, it felt a little bit like filler, and it probably was. But we're looking at like all these characters, and I'm like, none of these characters are gonna die, so I don't feel any connection to this.
How do you know?
Hey, unless they surprise me in episodes going forward, I really hope they do. But it did show just the utilitarian nature of Boy Cavalier. Like, that's all he cared about. All he cared about was getting these artifacts back. Yeah. He didn't care who got hurt or what. So at least the scene did have meaning to it.
Mm-hmm. Very interested to see like what's going to happen with all these things in the facility now. And I really want an explanation as to why Wendy can hear like this like frequency that the aliens are apparently putting off, which has never been a thing before. There's never been any mention of some sort of like frequency or like speaking that they do that you couldn't hear. So I'm interested to see why she can hear it. I'm interested to see what it is. Hopefully they explain it. Maybe they won't. And if they won't, then I'm going to be mildly annoyed.
Imagine they just don't ever.
Actually
understand what this is.
Yeah, so the reason that Wendy can actually hear this thing. Okay,
we don't know. Yeah,
I actually told you, but unfortunately, you just couldn't hear it because I was speaking alien.
Wendy would have understood.
Wendy would have heard it. Oh, I just knocked my freaking mic off. But I think that's about everything I have to say on episode 3.
Okay, yeah. Just a few more things for me that I wrote down. I really liked the "You knew my grandmother" line, where we learn that Morrow is much older than he appears.
I actually bringing that up does remind me. I do like that they're actually bringing some light. I mean, they did in Aliens. I don't want to spoil Aliens for you, but the whole idea of like space travel in the alien universe, needing to use like cryo sleep basically to make these long journeys that take decades to make. So and for you, it's like over and like you go to sleep literally, and you wake up the next day, and it's been like 20 years. So they don't really talk about how that actually impacts the people who go on these long journeys' lives. So you're seeing that with Morrow, where he went on this long trip, and he was gone for I think like 65 years, and he comes back. Everyone he knows is dead. I guess he had a daughter. She's also dead. Miss Yutani from Weyland Yutani. It's her granddaughter now, instead of the one that he knew. So it's just really interesting. It's a really interesting part of the universe.
Yeah.
That we're actually seeing now.
Yeah, and these are all things that again are bringing me back into the show. Those little parts of detail, that world building, that life, that's like, that's so cool. That line was just delivered so perfectly, because she's like, who are you talking about? Because he's trying to call Yutani, and he's like, no, I'm going to get this. This is my life's work. I'm not coming back to the headquarters. And that was just such a neat way to reveal how old he is, and that there's this new, leadership in charge. Also, again with Morrow, his line, "Everyone needs a friend," coming back at the end of the episode, and him talking to him and being like, come on, like everybody needs a friend. Won't you be mine?
You said that to me.
Yes. And I was like, that is so cool, because I didn't think much of it when Slightly first said it. I was like, oh, that makes sense. He's just like a kid. But to bring that back, I was like, that was nice. That was really nice. And then lastly, we got the guy in the hallway. I don't know if you've noticed this guy. He's in every episode. There's a guy spraying black stuff like on the hallway walls, and I'm like, what is he doing? What is this guy doing in here?
I saw that. Yeah, I saw him, and I'm like, I think I audibly said this. I was watching this by myself, but I audibly said, why do they keep spraying stuff on the walls?
He's in every episode, because Wendy even like comes down the hallway when she's like hearing the Bluetooth or whatever. It might not have been there, but she turns the corner and he's there, and he like looks at her. He's like, and she's like, and they don't say anything, and I'm like, what? What is this guy even doing? I just think it's hilarious that this guy's in the film, and we don't really know what he's doing at all in the hallway.
Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we'll find out why they keep spraying this freaking place, or maybe they already said it, and we just weren't paying attention.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's hilarious. But that's about it for episode 3. My thoughts. I gave it a 7. You gave it a 8.
I gave it an 8.
And I could maybe give this a 7.5. Actually, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 because I'm feeling generous tonight.
All right.
So,
okay.
But that's it. Head over to our next video, episode 4. We're rocking and rolling, so that should be out by the time you see this. So
yeah.
I've been Johnny. You'd like the name switch up? Do we feel good about it or no? How do we feel about it?
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I might need to do my full name, because now you have 2 syllables and I only have 1.
Oh, true. I'm gonna start calling you Christian.
Yeah.
Well, we'll let the viewers decide in the next episode of Respecters Cut. Anyway, that's all.